Hey everybody, I'm back again, and this time I'm here with Logan one more time, and we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to take this Rain energy drink and put it through this zero water filter. Zero water filter, of course, is supposed to take water, purify it, and give you some sort of fancy water at the end. So we're going to see what happens whenever we put that through this purifying system. But before we do that, do me a favor, if you watch this and you like it, hit that like button. And if you want to see more stupid videos like this, or even maybe sometimes ones that are a little bit helpful, hit the subscribe button so you can see us do this more. So, first off, here is the water pitcher. And basically all you do is you put the water in here, filters through to give you a pure form of water. Now this is really just intended for water. I don't know what's going to happen with this. So what I've done here is I've actually went ahead and poured some tap water and some water that's already been through the filter to show you the number that shows up on this reader that shows. So I guess what it does is it gives you a number based off how many metals and aluminums and whatever are in there. So do me a favor, do this one first, and let's see what number that is that shows up. Let's see here. What does that say? 291. Okay, perfect. So again, that's tap water right there. Now measure the water that's already been through that filter, and let's see what that says. Put that down there a little bit further so it goes. 0. Perfect. So that's what that's supposed to do, is it takes something like this, it pulls all the crap and junk out of it, and makes it a pure form. Now, we've also already poured some of the Rain energy drink into this cup to measure that as well. So go ahead and do that, and let's see what number that shows up as. What does that say? 800, 816, 812. All right, so in other words, there's a lot of stuff in that. So we're gonna see what that measures after we pour it in here. You wanna go ahead and just take, actually, you know what? Just so they know that we're doing it right, just do it straight out of the can there if you would. This is Rain Razzleberry, which I guess is some sort of blueberry. Just go ahead and pour half of it in there. And so what should happen is, once you pour that in there, you can see, it's a little bit kind of hard to see here, but it just starts to drip through the bottom. I'm not even sure if you're gonna be able to pick that up, but real slowly it goes through the filter. Now what I hope is gonna happen, what do you think is gonna happen here, Logan? What do you think? Is it gonna have taste, do you think?
I think it will still have some taste in it.
So we're gonna find out. It's hard for me to imagine that it won't have taste. I think the number will be smaller than 800. It's hard for me to imagine that it's gonna actually be able to take everything out of the drink and make it a 0 like the water. So again, it's kind of slow. It just does a quick drip, or I guess it's a slow drip really at the bottom. And as you actually, if you look at this right here, so it's kind of bubbling, like you can tell that it's going through the filters and doing something in there. And it actually is going through faster than I thought it would. The liquid itself is almost, it's a little bit thicker when you're drinking it out of a can than water. So I thought it would go a little bit slower, but it seems like it's doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna lift this up just so you can kind of see. It's still going through there just a little bit. Logan, do me a favor, dump that first glass there out and we'll pour that in here. And you can see it's getting there to the end. So it started, it didn't have any color. It still obviously has no color. It had a whole bunch of stuff in it, which gave it a pretty high rating. So the question is, what is it gonna measure and what is it gonna taste like? So, is this the cup here we were gonna use? All right, so you know what I'll actually do is I'll just do it straight in here. And we turn it on. All right, ready? So this is the test of what it's going to actually measure. I'll try to do it in a way, if you can see in there, are you able to get to that? It's kind of tough.
0.
How about that? My fat hand's in the way. So it's in there all the way and it says 0 somehow. I'll do it like this. Maybe a little bit easier to see. It also says 0. So somehow it did take it and turn it into a 0. So now it's taste test time. So it did somehow filter everything out. Question is, what does that taste like?
Tastes like water.
So it tastes like water. It tastes completely like water. So it turns out that at its core, this is like a water with just a whole bunch of stuff in it. It took it from over an 800 on the fancy zero water measuring thing, over 800 down to 0. It did it, and I can't believe that actually just happened. So 0 passed the test. So I guess I wasn't going to recommend a filter, but I guess buy that. It works. So thanks everybody. Success, and we'll see you next time, I guess.